Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Hope it's all good. And I forget the intro. Hi friends. I don't know why I'm carrying this. This has nothing to do with what I want to talk about today. I actually have a topic that I want to discuss today. I've just been carrying this around because I've been working on games lately. So I worked a lot on games this weekend, and if you're interested, I'll talk to you about my new project tomorrow, and hopefully maybe we'll be able to play it soon. This has nothing to do with that, though. I had a thought recently. I don't remember why I was thinking about kind of childhood travel. But when I was a kid, my dad was a teacher. My mom worked odd jobs here and there. So we didn't have very much money, so we didn't do a lot of vacationing. I've not been to Disney, or we didn't go to theme parks. I didn't do the we didn't go to the beach every summer or do anything like that. We would go on day trips, and the day trips that I remember they were always state parks. We would go to state parks because it's free. We would go to Blackwater Falls. We would go to Canaan Valley. We would go to a place called Cool Springs, which is not a state park, but it's a neat little place. We would go to Deep Creek Lake because my dad's aunt had a lake house there. We would go to Swallow Falls there. We would go to Cooper's Rocks. And all of these places had little gift shops. Some of them were pretty big. The one at Blackwater Falls, when I was a kid, it seemed like this ginormous place. And they all had the same kind of stuff. They had the little bags of minerals that you could buy, or crystals. They had little, rubber band pop guns. They had toys. They had plushies. But they also had a lot of crafty type stuff. But the one thing universally that I remember that as an adult, it makes me kind of go, wait, huh? And I will say that it felt like we traveled the East Coast, so we would go to Virginia, the Carolinas, and I saw this same stuff there. All of these places had this huge section of just cedar knickknacks. Knickknacks made out of aromatic cedar. Some of them would be like little jewelry boxes or treasure boxes, Bible boxes, that hold a removable lid that holds a Bible. There would be little glass-topped etched boxes for keeping keepsakes in, but there would also be little figures carved out of cedar, or wall hangings in the shape of the state, or whatever made out of cedar. But there would just be this big section of stuff made out of cedar. And I used to love it because I love the smell of cedar. It smells amazing. But as an adult, I look back at that now where did that stuff come from? Who made the cedar stuff? It's not like you could go to Walmart and go to the cedar section and buy the cedar stuff. You couldn't find the cedar stuff at the drugstore. There was no other place to get this stuff than these little tourist shops. So where did it come from? I don't know. Who made that stuff? It all seemed to be, when you would go to these parks, it all seemed to be made in the same way, the same fashion. It was finished with the same kind of, wood finishes. It all looked like it was mass-produced. It wasn't crafty. It wasn't some guy in his garage. It all looked like maybe it was a factory producing this kind of stuff. But where? Is that still available? I haven't been to a touristy destination like that in a very long time. And in fact, if I have gone, I don't go to the gift shop. That's a trap, right? But is that just a West Virginia? I don't think it's a West Virginia thing. Like I said, I saw it in Virginia. I know I saw it in the southern states. Because I just have these memories in Maryland, going to Deep Creek, going to these little tour shops, these little narrow aisles full of this cedar stuff. Where do you get that? Is there a cedarstore.com or something. I've done zero research on this topic other than because I just kind of had a conversation with M and I thought about it. I just want to know where, and if you're a guy who makes the cedar stuff, how do you figure out how to sell it at the state tourist trap at a state park, the state-run little shop? Like, where does it's just such a strange thing. So I'm curious to know, like, in your area, I'm sure there are tourist areas, tourist destinations that have gift shops. Is there like the ubiquitous, this is only available at tourist shops in your area? And if there is, what is it? I'm really curious because I have such a vivid memory of my childhood and Cedar Knick-Knacks. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear about games. Let me know that too. We'll talk about my new project tomorrow and see if maybe some of us can play it soon. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. Really, really appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is griffin. It is a noun meaning a mythical beast with the legs and body of a lion and the claws, head, and wings of an eagle. The griffin's claws were greatly prized as they were reputed to change color in the presence of poison. Richard Barber, a British historian. Griffin, G-R-Y-P-H-O-N. I feel like Richard Barber, the British historian, might not be a trustworthy historian if he's writing about griffins. Unless he's writing about the myth about griffins.